Good afternoon. You caught me playing with my telephone. Okay, I need y'all to hold on just for 1 second. We're on the air. Hi, I'm Nat Wood, as many of you know, and you're watching 30 frames a second. I have on my tablet a story that was done by the New York Times. It says, relatives rally at protest of fatal police shooting. It says when Howard Bai decided to call 911 2 weeks ago, she hoped an ambulance would arrive first, not the police. Mrs. Ba, who lives in Guinea, had flown to New York to visit her son Muhammad, who was battling depression. On September 24th, she met with him and spoke about placing him in a hospital. He told his mother that he just wanted to stay at home, and according to the Times, that's what relatives recounted. His mother is seeking counsel on how to get treatment for him, called another son who lives in France. And that son suggested that his mother call for an ambulance. And so on September 25th, that's last year, 2012, on September 25th, while standing outside Muhammad's apartment in Harlem, she asked a friend to place an emergency call. Her plan was to get an ambulance to wait downstairs while she went upstairs, according to Muhammad's elder sister. Short time later, Mr. Ba, who was 28 at the time, stabbed two of the officers. Again, this is according to the Times, so I can't give, we're going to talk to the family and find out what they know specifically. And it says he sliced their protective vest and he wounded one before the police fatally shot him. On Sunday, some 75 members of the Ghanaian community in New York rallied in front of police headquarters protesting Mr. Ba's death and questioning whether officers had adhered to the department's detailed protocol for dealing with those the police call emotionally disturbed persons, particularly when they are barricaded in their homes. Again, we have to remember that Mr. Ba was in his home, barricaded in his home. The protocols were developed in large part as a response to the 1984 shooting of Eleanor Bumpers, a 66-year-old Bronx woman whom the police shot dead as she tried to slash an officer with a knife. Again, this is the Times. But on Sunday, it was not the Bumpers case that drew the most comparison to Mr. Ba's death. The protesters invoked the memory of Amadou Diallo, the Ghanaian street vendor. Well, street vendor is inaccurate, we all know, but that's what they said, who was fatally shot in 1999 in the vestibule of his Bronx apartment after officers mistook his wallet for a gun. Mr. Diallo's mother, Kadiatu, spoke at the rally. She had known Mr. Ba's parents when the two families lived in Monrovia, Liberia, she said, and had seen Mr. Ba's mother again in recent days. I just gave her a hug, Mrs. Diallo said. How can I console this mother? What can I tell her? Some of those at the rally drew a connection between Mr. Ba's death and several other police-involved shootings this year. And Senator Eric Adams, a former police captain, said there appeared to be a continuous pattern that included innocent people being shot. Today, I have the family of Muhammad Ba, and they're going to tell us about the emotional distress that they've been under since the death of Muhammad, and what their plans are and how that's going in terms of whatever action they're taking, either punitive or legal in some other way. This is a rough case, and a lot of hearts have been torn, and if you live in New York, and specifically if you're black in New York, black or brown in New York, you know that police relations with our communities have been strained, to say the least, and a lot of people have ended up dead that should not have. So I expect that this is going to be an emotional show, and we're going to try to be as respectful of the situations as humanly possible. With that, Roberto, Veronica, Sheila, if you guys have my opening ready, you can run that opening, and we will be back. where the victim is now the perpetrator and the perpetrator is now the victim. And that just drives me crazy. All right, I am holding in my hand a flyer that says Justice for Muhammad Ba. A student shot 10 times in his apartment by the NYPD. Got that? It is my honor to present to you the family of Muhammad Ba, and we're going to get some insight as to what specifically happened that day in September in 2012, and where they're going, how they're doing, and hopefully we'll get some calls from another family member and or the lawyer at some time in the course of this show. With that, from Clockwise, I'm going to ask you guys to introduce yourselves because my English is not that good, so you know my Ghanaian is terrible. Introduce yourself and tell me your relationship to the family.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for giving us a platform to speak about the injustice that's constantly goes on in the city. I'm a family friend. My name is Mr. Lemi Okonta. I'm a family friend of...
Lemi Okonta.
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 Yes.
All right. They had that on there. I shouldn't have interrupted you. They got that written down.
Yeah. I'm a family friend, and to see what Mrs. Ba is going through is horrendous. Everybody struggle to send their kids to America for a better future, not to carry their kids home from the land of the free. This is very, very disheartening. Not in America. If it's in a third world somewhere, you could say. But here you send your son, even if they say anything, they're supposed to be the best trained officers in the world. So we don't comprehend what's happened, and I'm here to support Mrs. Ba as a family friend. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And introduce yourself. You're Abby.
Thank you, Mr. Nal.
Oh, you're welcome.
My name is Abdullah Balde.
Abdullah. Okay.
Abdullah Balde. I'm a cousin of Mohammed Ba.
Okay, you're a cousin of Muhammad Ba.
Mohammed Ba. I'm here to show my support not only to the mother of Mohammed Ba and the whole family, and also help them organize the rally to seek justice for Mohammed Ba, who was killed September 25, 2012. As you know, Mohammed Ba was a student like me. I came here as a student. I went to John Jay College.
Wow.
I graduated John Jay College, and now I work in a non-profit organization in the Bronx. And that was the dream of Mohammed Ba also. And unfortunately, he got killed. He never realized his dream. That's why I'm here to help his mother, frankly, to get justice in this case.
Wow. I don't know if everyone knows, but the studio that we're in is literally in the shadow of John Jay College. There's a few ironies that abound. But Mrs. Ba, introduce yourself. Tell us about your son and the dreams of your son and how all this has affected you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the effort you people are doing. I'm a Mrs. Hawa Ba, the mother of Mohammed Ba. Mohammed Ba, he's my son, but he dreamed it was all awesome for the future. Mohammed Ba, born in Monrovia in September 28, 1983. Mohammed Ba was responsible all his life. He was a young boy, he's a baby. He loved me, was ever love I got in my life. When Mohammed was young, I leave him with the workers, I go to work. He will cry until I come back. If I be back, I help Mohammed, he will be happy and breathe deeply. And when we go back in Guinea, Mohammed can go to school. He always be either second or first on the fifth line in school. He'll always tell me, Mommy, I'm your last son, but I will help you more than all you can think. I love you, Mommy. He always helped me and loved the family and dreamed about doing good future on the life. He can say to me, after finish school, I will come join you on your business. You will never work hard. You are so hard working, Lady Mommy. I love you. I appreciate all the effort you do. Mohammed Ba never think about traveling. I just got a chance. I see all the people ask for the highest education in America. I asked him, he said, Mommy, anything you say, I'm behind you. I give him the visa. He came here and he make his school here. He always be responsible any place you put him. Mohammed Ba never make us cry, never say no to me and her daddy. His daddy wanted to be with us here today, but he's sick. He don't come yet. He appreciates all the effort you people are giving. He want to call, but he can't make it so much and I'm feeling good. And I usually come here every year to support my children when they're in America. I can come every vacation or sometimes 2 times a year to give them a support. Mohammed Ba be here 11 years. He never have nothing bad. He never have a red stamp. He never signed nothing besides for his school and work. And in 2010, I was here with him for my birthday. We celebrate my birthday. He was so appreciated. 2011, I didn't come. I was preparing when he finished his school. He's supposed to finish. Then he can get married. I came in 2012 now. He talked to me. I said, okay. He said he missed me. I said, okay, on your birthday, I will go to America to be with you birthday time. Closing to the birthday, he talked to me. When he talked to me, I feel like he's not feeling good. I said, for sure, I'm coming to this month. He said, okay, Mommy, you coming? I said, yes, I'm coming. He said, I will appreciate if you come. You will meet me at the airport. Arrived to the airport, I didn't see him. I called him. I said, oh, I don't see you to the airport. He said, sorry, Mommy, forgive me. You will meet me downstairs on my step. And I met him downstairs on the step. He walked to me and hugged me. We walked together upstairs. I talked to him. He talked to me. I met him, got caught, and on his face, have a T-shirt. And I say, you sick, you religious, Mohammed? You not like the way I stay? He said, yes, Mommy. I'm sick. I was on bed for a few times. I don't feeling so well, but I just want to rest. I said, but how long you can rest like this? You sick. I want to take you to the hospital. But he don't want to go to the hospital. He said, oh, I just want to relax. And he walked me out. When he walked me out, he stopped the taxi, put me on the taxi. I called my friend. I said, oh, I came to be with Mohammed, but he don't feeling well. I explained to him the condition. I meet him. He said, oh, then we can see. I said, help me to take him to the hospital. He not feeling well. He limping. He reduced. It's not my son, which I know I meet here today. He said, okay, what we'll do, we'll call an adult to help. I said, I think he's depressed. He said, okay, what we'll do, we'll call an adult to help. They will take him to the hospital and see. We'll call the adult to help. The adults have to say, oh, if you think he got depression, we don't need to go there. You need to call the ambulance. They take him to the big hospital. They can do an exam for us to know what's actually going on him. I say, okay, I go to bed that day. The next day, I call a friend. I say, go help me to take Mohammed to the hospital. He go see him. He reduced. He reduced and he limping. He say, oh, he cried to me. He say, oh, Madam Ba, how come Mohammed get sick like that? I say, I don't know. You people are here. I'm not here. I just arrived yesterday. I said, please call the ambulance. Don't be crying. I said, call the ambulance, take him to the hospital. He said, okay, what we do, come here, then we can call the ambulance together. Then we can take him to the hospital. I walk from the place I am, come downstairs, meet them downstairs, and we call the ambulance. I call the ambulance. I say, I want an ambulance to take my son to the hospital. He's sick. I don't know the difference of the official here. I saw a police officer in front. I say, oh, I don't call police, I call an ambulance. And the man said to me, the officer said to me, when you call for ambulance here, we people will come first. I just want to talk to him. I said, okay. He said, don't worry, it will be okay. I want to talk to him. We walk upstairs. He called, he knocked on the door. Mohammed opened the door half and saw him. Say, oh, I don't call police. You knock on the wrong door. Go away. I don't call police. Then he said, okay, ma'am, go downstairs. We'll help you take him to the hospital. I stood up. He said, ambulance people are coming. I stood up. I saw the lady coming upstairs. Then he said, go downstairs. We'll take him to the hospital. Then we'll go walk, and when his friends come, they say, no, go downstairs, we'll take him to the hospital. Finally, they started, when I go downstairs, they started running around and tell me, Mohammed don't want to open the door. I said, listen, please, if you don't want to open the door, let me talk to him. He not even know I'm here, he will open the door. They don't let me talk to him. I sent someone else, I sent 2 people, I said, tell the people, Mohammed never said to me, no. Let me go upstairs, talk to Mohammed, he will open the door. They always ask us, who you know here, where you come from. I explained to them, I'm from Africa yesterday, or my son's sick, I want to take him to the hospital. Finally, they saw me, they tell me my son shot by the police and got killed. I'm very surprised. What they don't let me talk to my son, they always tell me he don't want to open the door. They never tell me anything about things before to say he don't want to open the door. Arrived to the hospital, some of them say Mohammed got gone. I said, but Mohammed don't have nothing on him. Mohammed just lay down, you should let me talk to my son, he will open the door, they don't want. I call all the community, friends and relatives and all community to ask justice. I ask for justice for my son. I appreciate all the effort people were doing. But from last year, I never know why they killed my son for. I never know why they don't let me talk to my son because they were talking about opening door. Why they killed my son for. I never know their name. I never know what they killed my son for. I ask for justice. The DA should help us to know why they killed my son for. Thank you.
According to this, it says they broke the door.
Exactly.
Yes, they broke his door.
And he was shot 10 times?
They shot him 10 times.
And again, according to this, and according to a report I read, I'm not sure whether it was in the Times or what have you, but apparently they would not let you speak to him through the door to try to coax him out.
No, they don't let me talk to him. I tell him I'm here to take him to the hospital. I want to take him to the best hospital in America. I will pay for that. I tell them, please let me talk to my son. I call you to help me take him to the hospital because I can put him on my back. He's big. It just means of transport, taking him to the hospital.
According to reports, both in this flyer and from what I've read from the New York Times, he conveyed his wishes to stay in his house. He said he just wanted to rest.
To rest, yes.
And they broke the door in.
They broke the door. When he opened the door, he just said, Mohammed, I killed for you. He opened the door. He said, oh, you knock on the wrong door. I don't call you. Go away. I want to rest. Then the officer just want to push the door and go in, and Mohammed pushed the door back, locked the door, and go to bed.
The frustrating thing here, or the amazing thing here is Mohammed didn't know or is not aware that his mother was downstairs. And the mother clearly stated and begged, please let me talk to my son. If the issue was opening the door and the mother is there, why wouldn't she give him a chance to speak to him, or at least tell him, my son, open the door. My son, open the door. Give him the chance to talk to his son. If they tried and did not succeed, I thought that's the normal thing to do.
Did they give you a reason why they broke the door? Did they ever say we broke in the door? Because it, to the best of my knowledge, under normal circumstances, the police has no reason to break in a door. And according to the Times report, State Senator Eric Adams, who is a retired police captain, had problems with the way this was conducted. And not only is he a state senator, but you know, he's a retired policeman, a captain. And I think some very prominent lawyers were at the rally. So some very fine legal minds had a few issues with the procedure that was followed by NYPD just in gaining access to the apartment. Did they ever issue a statement to you as to why they felt it necessary to kick his door in or break his door in?
No. When they tell me he don't open the door, I say, call the super, he will come and open the door. Then he come, he say, no, the door is still locked, it's different lock. I say, okay, he's still on, maybe he lost the key. Please let me talk to him. I just sent the friends to take him to the hospital today. He have not seen me. Let me talk to him. They say no. I talk, they don't understand my English. So I sent 2 people. I said, tell the people, Mohammed never said to me, please, they should let me talk to him. He will open the door. Even an old lady who in the apartment said, if it's the matter of opening door, let her mom and can talk to him. They don't want. They refuse. They say, no, he will be okay. It will be okay. Wait, wait. And they can come outside, come to us, say, are you, how many people are there? We say 5. They say, we come in. They ask us, then they just run, come downstairs, go upstairs, and ask them how they related to Muhammad and why they had a related to Muhammad. They said it. Then I say, I want to take my son to the best hospital. I always tell them that. They don't want to listen to me. They don't accept.
The point here, like I said, if the issue was about opening doors, because I wasn't there, you know, but if the issue was about opening door, he was in his own apartment all alone. And if they think he was disturbed or there was an issue, and the mother is there, the mother called for help. Instead of getting help, what did she get? That's the question. She get a body, her dead son, instead of getting the help she asked for. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm supporting her. She came to Africa and she believed what they told her. They told her, Mommy, don't worry, don't worry. We take care of everything. Relax, everything is going to be fine.
See, I'm not even sure that they had a legitimate reason to go into the house with or without the mother. The fact that they would not allow her to speak just adds fuel to the fire. But it is my sincere belief, and I wish I had someone, you know, a little more legal than I am to tell me, but I have always been under the assumption forever and ever and ever that you have a right to be in your own house, and you do not have to allow the police to come in. And if he's in his house, there is no report of domestic violence. If the only thing that they had to go on was a call from the mother for an ambulance, I do not see that he had a legal necessity to open the door for the police to enter in the first place. I mean, if you're in your house and the door is closed and the police want to come in and you say, no, go away, if you don't have like a hostage in there, or you are not doing anything, or there's no domestic situation going on, you're in your house by yourself, that it is within your rights to tell them to go away. And
I don't call you.
Yeah, I don't understand, you know, and that's why I asked, did they give you a reason why they felt the necessity to break the man's door in?
Yeah.
I'm very surprised of that, because they push us, go down, go down. It was a a step. He said, go down, go down. The first one come, second one come, third one come. They say, okay, go down. They put us a line on over there. Then they ask me, who you know, who you know. I said, well, he said, you got family here? I said, well, we got a family. We have the family in Queens and his sister working to DC. He said, okay, who you know again? I said, please, why you mean who you know? I'm here for my son's birthday. He's sick. I want to take him. I meet him sick. I want to take him to the hospital. The 28th will be his birthday. He said, okay. Then he run upstairs again, come back downstairs. Then I started seeing the people coming with those material, 3 people again. I said, been to those people, I think they want to kill my son. Look how they're running, coming. I said, please talk to them. Let me talk to my son. If he's opening door, he will open the door. They don't want. They refuse. I sent another girl again who live in the apartment. I said, tell these people my son never said no to me. Please, they should let me talk to him. He will open the door. He will say he will open the door. If I talk to him, he will open the door. They don't want.
Frankly, the situation, if you look at it, as you read it in the New York Times, I believe there was a violation of some procedure in here. If in a person living in his house, he's not doing nothing wrong, he's not putting no one in danger, his life is not in danger, I don't think it's a necessity to break that door to get in. If this person who called you already told you, let me talk to the person before you do anything. Therefore, that's why the community rallying behind Mrs. Barr to seek justice in this case. We already organized 2 rallies, one just after the shooting of Mohamed Barr, and also one on March 25th to ask for justice in this case. Up to now, we don't have nothing clear. We don't have even the grand jury. The grand jury have been postponed twice. We have been given August 16, then after September 10, and they have postponed it indefinitely. Now we don't know what the next date would be. That's why the community decide now we would have to organize a rally in front of the DA office on the 17th of September of this month to seek justice for Mohamed Barr, to ask the DA to expedite this case and to let people know what went wrong here, to uphold this police who did this wrong thing.
This happened in Harlem, correct?
Yes, 124 in Morningside.
Morningside, they say in Manhattan.
Wow. Wow. And he was born in Monrovia.
Yeah, he born in Monrovia and returned back to Guinea. Go back to Guinea.
Wow. And he came to the United States in hopes of an education and to...
Like me, we had the same dream.
He came here like a visitor, but when he met his sister and brother, he said, Mommy, I think when I do school here, I will do better in life. Everybody and trust the American education.
Yeah, I was saying that he had the same dream like me. He's my cousin. We used to meet, and he came here. He liked the system. He wanted to go to school, and he started going to school. And he was about to get graduate and get married later on. And unfortunately, that happened to him. I feel very sorry for his mom, who invested a lot on this young boy, who used to come every year to support them and help them for everything he needs. You know, it was heartbreaking for her to have his son killed. Up to now, she's not feeling very well about what happened to her son.
Since my son got killed, I never able to do anything. I just always be with people who helping me. Never work. I don't know what to do the rest of my life because I used to love my son. He used to love me. He always, Mommy, I love you. I appreciate. And when I finish for school, I will work. You will never work hard. So now I don't know what to do. Honestly, I don't know what to do. Since my son died, I never do nothing. I don't know what to do.
The thing that we don't have a clue, if somebody is not safe in their own house, there was nobody there with him, from what we know or what we understand. If you cannot be in your own house, even if there's issues, the thing is, nobody have contacted the Bar family from the department, anybody.
No one.
No one, to say they're sorry.
So wait a minute, you have not been no one has said why they did what they did, or that they regret
No.
that they did what they did, or
Up to now, almost 1 year now, 1 year on September, I can be 1 year on September 24. I never know why they killed my son for. Never. I never know their name. I never know why they broke a door for. And I begging them, you should please let me talk to my son, he will open the door. No one up to now who didn't know nothing.
Yeah, I'm very confused about the breaking of the door, because Muhammad Ba had never been in any trouble with the police.
No.
Is that correct?
No.
Definitely, that's
So
that's
he
the
was
truth.
never in trouble with the police.
No.
And even unlike Eleanor Bumpers, which was a very famous case, Eleanor Bumpers, at least they were like coming for some sort of eviction notice. Again, what transpired was a horror, but there was no eviction notice. He'd never been in any trouble. There was no one in the house that he was menacing.
No.
His only crime was to say, I'm not going to open my door.
No, I want to rest. I want to rest.
And I didn't call you.
And I didn't call you.
And myself, when I see the police, I say, I don't call police, go away. I call an ambulance, because I want for him to be good, be healthy on his birthday, September 28th. I don't know. I asked justice.
It's very disturbing for me. It makes me scared now to call even the ambulance for my family here, because if you have to call for ambulance and had this case not solved, for me myself, I'm scared now even to place a 911 call. If it's Mohammed Ba case come to my head, I would say all my community to stop calling 911, because if you have to call 911 to get an ambulance, you get this case and the justice is not served. What message they sending to people?
It says, let's see, let me get this right. 10 times. They shot him 10 times. How many times did they shoot in total? Do you know? How many bullets were? I mean, did they shoot 10 times and all 10 shots hit him? Did they shoot 15 times and 10 shots? Did they release any report to you? I mean, if you don't know, it's
No,
fine.
only could respond that, the sister of Mohammed Ba.
Okay.
I don't know if she's on the phone, maybe she could respond to that question.
Okay. Well, we're expecting her to call in, because I would love to know. I would also like to know if she knows how many people were involved in shooting, whether it was one cop, two
is that?
cops.
Okay.
Oh, put it through. It's put it through.
Now we're going to listen to about the question
All
you
right. All right.
just asked me.
As soon as
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Hi, yes, I can. It's very faint, but I can hear you.
All right, I'll try to speak clearly. According to what I've read in the New York Times, and according to the flyer I have, your brother was shot 10 times in total. Is that correct?
We do not have the total information. We do know that at least 10 times.
At least 10 times.
Correct. From what we understand, for the information that we have readily available to us right now. If this changes tomorrow, then that's what it'd be. It might be more, but for now we know what we have, it's at least 10 times, yeah.
Has there been any internal investigation from the police department, and have they given you any results from any investigation?
We're still cooperating and working with the DA's office.
Mm-hmm.
There is an ongoing investigation,
Mm-hmm.
and we're looking forward to going to a grand jury.
How many police officers are being investigated? Is it one? Is it more than one?
Honestly, it's still not clear to us
Okay.
if it's indeed one person that administers all of the shots or multiple police officers. We read some of the information they put out there just like everyone else.
Okay, okay. Did they ever give you any reason why they felt it necessary to break the door in? It has always been my understanding that a citizen who is not being investigated for a crime, if there's no crime, there's no eviction notice, there is nothing to warrant a forcible entry into someone's house, that person has every right to say, no, you can't come into my house. Did they ever convey a reason why they felt it necessary to break Muhammad's door in?
As it is, we still do not know.
Okay.
We've been looking for justifications, asked for justifications, just like everyone else. We're still in the dark. We do not know why, because there was absolutely no reason. There was no crime in progress. Nothing criminal was reported. There was absolutely no reason to escalate the situation to the point where they will kill my brother. There's absolutely no reason. So we're still waiting to see what will be their justification, because this is the NYPD we're talking about.
Right. Now, they had, according to the Times and according to pictures that I've seen of the rally itself, Norman Siegel, who was president of the New York Civil Liberties at one point in time, and there was a statement from State Senator Eric Adams, who was a police captain when he was with NYPD, and both of those persons who are very knowledgeable about law indicated that they were not convinced, and I'm putting this mildly probably, that they were not convinced that procedures were followed correctly. Has there been any issuance of any statement to you or the family, either through your attorneys or to the family itself? Has anyone said they were sorry, that they would let you know as quickly as possible? I mean, is there anything that anyone has said to you that would suggest that they even have some sort of second thoughts or regrets about what happened?
I mean, from the commissioner or
Anybody.
the mayor?
Anybody.
No, absolutely not. Actually, the opposite. We have some of them going on record and demonizing my brother, trying
Wow.
to, portray him to be something he wasn't, which was egregious. Not only do you kill someone who was sick, but you continue on that same route. You demonize him and try to criminalize this person who's done absolutely nothing. We haven't heard that. We just trust that the Manhattan DA will do what's right. And, they will seek justice for my brother.
Now, there is a horrible, horrible irony to this case, and it is, I don't know if ironic is the right word, but certainly you and the family of Amadou Diallo, your family and the family of Amadou Diallo, have some sort of kindred friendship that goes back to Guinea. Could you elaborate on that? And first of all, how did you guys resolve yourself to the issue that what you were going through, which is unprecedented in the fact that someone so near and dear to your heart and your family had gone through pretty much the same thing and the same demonization of their child, and Amadou was pretty much had pretty much come to America seeking a better life and was a fantastic student. And they, you know, how did you resolve the irony of the whole situation between Mohammed Ba, your brother, and Amadou Diallo and your mothers, and how they've taken this?
Believe it or not, Nate, we see it as fate more than irony. No one asked to be in this place. Definitely painful, right? This is something you try to live with, and you take it day by day. So Tanti has been an extremely huge support to us since day one, because she knows what it's like, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no need to talk a lot to her. She's another person that can relate in terms of how the relationship started. That started with my parents. So my mom there would be able to elaborate more on how we knew each other. But she is a rock. You know, she's been our rock since it started.
Has there been a date, a court date, or anything that they've given you to continue for a continuance of this case? Have they told you anything beyond the fact that we're looking into it?
Right. We've had a tentative date. We do not have a definite one yet. We're still working on it. They absolutely made us understand that they will conduct a thorough investigation of this, and they will go as far as it takes, you know, to bring the truth out.
And the next rally that you're going to have is going to be at 1 Hogan Place, and that's on Canal Street. It's Tuesday, September 17th at 12 o'clock. Is to the best of your knowledge, is that right? This is what I have.
That is correct. It is in front of the DA's office. And we're asking everybody to come and join our family and friends to basically make sure that we know as people that what they did was wrong, and most importantly, to stop this kind of behavior from an agency that you expect to protect you, right? This should not happen. Should not happen. So as it is, everything, the Manhattan DA is trusted to do what's right. It's almost a year killed my brother. After he was killed, what sorts of exams were conducted on him? You know, he had a full and in-depth autopsy. We do not even know the names of the police officers that discharged their weapons. Were they tested for drugs? Were they tested for alcohol? You know, what is their background? Because what they did, you do not even need to go through the law or anything. It doesn't make sense. Like basic common sense, not even the protocol, would have avoided getting to the point where my brother's killed. My mom called for help. We believed he was depressed. We were not even sure. And as it is today, we will not know because they deprive us of that opportunity.
Wow.
I don't think it's right to call for help for someone that's sick. It is within our normal course as human beings. Yeah? We will get sick. We can get cancers and all different diseases. And when you get to that stage and you're vulnerable and someone calls for help for you, you do not expect an arsenal of armed police officers to come and kill you in your home where you should be the safest. It's egregious.
Wow. I want to thank you so much for calling in. Mrs. Diallo has been very supportive, and you guys shared some experiences. How do you feel about having someone like Kadiatu Diallo being so supportive? Because we sort of put her and her family through the mill. And how do you feel about almost a media blackout around the case of your brother? I'm going to let you go because we're running out of time, and I want to see if we can get one call in. Your thoughts, your final thoughts before we let you go. Are you
Nick, I didn't hear your last question, if it was directed to me.
About Mrs. Diallo and the support that she's had, your feelings about that, and your mother, how you think she's holding up, and what kind of strain this has been on the family.
It's a blessing. You know, days when it's very dark and very hard, you know, she would call me, she would call my mom, and, you know, she helps us get stronger, because in instances like this, where you are against an agency that have committed, you know, such atrocities and perpetrated violence for decades, you feel little. You feel like the underdog, you feel small. So she's always there supportive, telling us not to give up. You know, that this is a fight, but things can be changed. So her support is immense. Words cannot express how much she has helped us get through the tough times.
All right, we're gonna let you go. It's just interesting that that they've given you no information about the police that they're investigating in this shooting. Certainly, when Amadou was killed, there was a lot of issues that surrounded the policeman who shot him. A lot of instances that they had been involved in previous shootings. So it's kind of interesting that you have no data regarding those police officers who shot your brother. With that, we're going to let you go. I want to thank you so much for calling in. We could keep you forever, but we're kind of short on time, and I want to give the family a chance to retort. And we'll be following this case. You have all of our support and all of our love, and hopefully we can bring some pressure to bear in regards to this case.
I appreciate all the effort. I thank everybody. And I ask the people, all the community and people should come and support. I'm a mother who working hard to support my children and family and help people, help other children who need my help. And I appreciate all the effort, Madam Jallo, the support what she's doing, and all the people who supporting since my son be killed. And I pray to God, nobody, no mother, he should get the feeling why me and Madam Jallo and other mothers who got the same problem. I pray nobody, he should have the same problems. I wish this will stop.
Miss Jallo,
all right. We have, I believe, Mrs. Diallo is on the phone. If she is, put her through, for God's sake.
Hello, thank you for doing the show. I am calling to lend my support to the Bar family. When my son was gunned down by the Street Crime Unit on February 4th, 1999, my life that I knew stopped, and my life has never been the same again since then. I was broken down, and I had to erect, stand up, and help myself to make sense of the senseless killing of my son. Since then, I have been comforting families and talking about this issue. To my wildest dream, I never thought that the Bar family that I knew back then in Liberia, 13 years later, will be here and deal with the same situation. My heart is broken, and I want justice to prevail, and I want light to be shed on this case. And I hope and pray that we will solve this situation, and so that the police and community relations that we advocated all these years will be a reality.
Mrs. Diallo, as we speak, while we're taping this show, there is a New York City primary race for city council seats, for the mayor's office, for the borough president's offices. And one of the most prominent issues on the table is the issue of, well, it's actually beyond stop and frisk. It's police interaction with people of color, specifically black and brown people, specifically black people and brown people. But so often, not only have black and brown people been stopped to the tune of 500,000 people a year, but when we interact with the police, more often than not, a whole lot of times, we end up dead, and we end up dead without guns. We end up dead in our own house. We had Ramali Graham's mother on, Constance Malcolm on.
Right.
She is the mother of the 16-year-old whose house was, the teenager whose apartment was kicked in the Bronx, and he was shot to death in his bathroom with his 6-year-old brother and his grandmother in attendance. And the police never told her that her son was dead, and they took the grandmother and pretty much locked her up for hours at a time.
Right.
Your thoughts about the issue of how the police act and how they behave, the aggressive behavior, the alleged aggressive behavior, in terms of how they deal with young people of color, especially young black men.
Right. For the record, I met the Constance, and during we were taping a show with Reverend Al Sharpton last year. Since then, I've been in constant communication with her. It is terrible, and things are not getting better. I have watched closely the cases of stop and frisk and the litigations and the ruling of the judge recently. I think it's going in the right direction, but however, we cannot lose sight of holding our elected officials accountable. Because when we talk about between the DA and the police, it's really almost like a parent and a child. It's difficult to have independent position when the DA is, being relied upon by the community whenever these cases happen. And recently, I read a story about the mayor, the current mayor, stating that, in fact, that they have not even stopped enough black and brown people, that the statistic is supposed to be more. And according to what I maybe, if I'm correct, what I understood was like almost like black and brown people commit most crimes. This is why they have to be aggressive, which this is wrong, and it's not relevant. Just because one black or brown boy committed a crime, you cannot hold the rest of the community to the same degree, suspecting everybody for no reason. You have to take everybody and respect them with their dignity, because there was no crime committed. When Mohammed Ba was in his apartment, his mom called for help. What was the reason to break the door and just almost like taking him as a criminal, or even like a hostage situation? I don't understand. So it's up to us all to work together and change this situation, and for real. Because so many victims, so many children, innocent children have been taken away. So many, including my child and many other children, and Mohammed Ba, Ramale Graham. I cannot even count, because every time I heard about this situation, I always reach out to the families. Now it has hit home, because the Ba family are very close to me. We were together in Liberia. I asked all the people to help us in Raleigh. I will be there. I'm going to be with the family that day. And all the election, the candidates, I met with few of them personally, because I have no political agenda. I just want people to do the right thing. I always ask them, if you said a statement, you have to be held accountable to what you said. If you want to improve this situation, you need to act, not because you need the vote, but because if the public put trust on you and vote for you, and you promise that you are going to do something good for the community, especially between law enforcement and black and brown people, you have to be living up to that standard and deliver.
Mrs. Diallo,
That's my comment on that.
We're going to have to let it go with that. We're out of time. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that they should join the Ba family at 1 Hogan Place. You can take the 6 train, the N, the Q, the J, or the Z to Canal Street. It's on Tuesday, September 17th at 12 o'clock for a rally. It's outside the DA's office in Manhattan. I want to thank the family so much for joining us today. We'll certainly be following this. I only have about 30 seconds to say thank you so much for joining. Sorry we couldn't get your phone calls in, but we needed to speak to the sister, and we certainly needed to speak to Mrs. Diallo. Mrs. Ba, you and your family have all our love and support, and we're going to stay on this and do the best we can.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you for the platform and for your support.
Yeah.
We hope everybody comes out for the rally. It's very important.